scheduled to take place this evening with Vice President Joe Biden and U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry due to address the crowd. The liberal Jewish policy group found itself in the headlines as of late for its attitude towards Israel, as well as presidential candidate Bernie Sanders' appointment of a J-Street activist to be his Jewish outreach director, then suspending her. And with us also to join Professor Navon is J-Street EU Israel organizer Daniela Tolchinsky. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, for the both of you, has J-Street so far established itself as a force in Washington?
Absolutely. I think the gala and the assembly that are taking place this weekend and Secretary of State Kerry and Vice President Biden coming to speak with us are a really exciting indication of that.
Professor, do you believe that they have established themselves as a true force in the U.S. Capitol?
I think they're definitely part of the landscape in the American Jewish life, definitely. And it adds some diversity to the Jewish voices in America. I mean, we have to understand that the Jewish diaspora in America is much more diverse in its opinions vis-a-vis Israel than it used to be. Of course, AIPAC is much stronger a lobby. And of course, I think also, unfortunately, I would say, the whole issue of Israel and the Jewish diaspora is becoming very partisan. And you have today basically what is considered a right-wing lobby and a left-wing lobby. And it is very different than what it used to be 20 or 30 years ago.
You're already leading me into my next question. J-Street has been criticized from the right and the center in both Israel and the United States. Why is that?
Well, I think that, first of all, one of the reasons is that you have the official line of J-Street, which is, pro-Israel, pro-peace, two-state solution. But then again, sometimes they invite some very nasty people in their conferences. And sometimes people wonder when they support, for example, uncritically the deal with Iran, what is the connection with the two-state solution? I think also many people in Israel would be in favor of a two-state solution. They've just experienced in the past 10, 15 years these huge disappointments with the Palestinian leadership, and sometimes they feel that J-Street is not enough aware, maybe, of the fact that you need a partner, and that serious attempts have been made in the past 10 years to reach an agreement, and it hasn't happened mostly because of the Palestinian leadership.
And Daniela, do you view J-Street as an organization that represents the pro-Israel community at large?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the vast majority of the American Jewish community supports a two-state solution. The vast majority of the Israeli public does as well as the Palestinian public. And J-Street really came about as a force to give voice to that majority that wasn't necessarily being heard in the American political sphere. And we're proud to demonstrate support for that majority of the American Jewish community that wants to see a two-state solution come about as fast as possible.
Daniela Tolchinsky, Professor Navon, thank you very much for being with us this evening.